Today, Baba tells us that we should always stay in the intoxication of the imperishable, and that is the sensible thing to do. Baba always addresses us as sweet children, but today, Baba is addressing us as sweet, sensible children. And why is Baba saying we are sensible? Because Baba says, we, the sensible children, we stay in intoxication of the imperishable. And Baba says that those who stay in intoxication of the perishable, their intoxication is also perishable. Yes, for example, Baba says that one of the imperishable entity is the soul, and the perishable one is the body. Now Baba says when you're body conscious, you cannot stay in constant happiness, constant intoxication, because you are in the intoxication of that which is ever changing. Yes, so when you are in the intoxication of that which is ever changing, how can your intoxication be constant? Yes, so Baba says that, so when we say we are body conscious, so what does that mean? You could be in awareness that you have great health, or you have a very beautiful face, or beautiful features, or the age is on your side, or the attainments that you have had through the body. Baba says whenever you say that I'm worthy because of these things, then what happens is, as soon as you stay in the intoxication that I'm worthy because I have property or money, or I'm beautiful, or I am healthy, then what happens is these factors are not in your control, and they are ever changing. So then your intoxication or happiness also keeps changing like that. It cannot be stable. So this is why Baba today says that always stay in the intoxication of the imperishable, and then your intoxication will be imperishable. But you see, in this world, when we came to Baba, before that, if anybody would ask us what is imperishable in this world, we would not be able to name 3 things that are imperishable. Yes, we would always say that everything is perishable in this world. But Baba tells us 3 things that are imperishable. Baba gives the knowledge that the soul is imperishable, the Baba is imperishable, and then the drama is imperishable. And your part in the drama is also imperishable. Yes, and now we are the children who are knowers of the drama. We know the drama, we know our part. Is there anybody sitting in the class who doesn't know the drama or doesn't know their part? Yes, so when you have faith in what Baba says, then you have faith that this drama is 5,000 years of duration, and then it repeats identically, and then there is the time of happiness and the time of sorrow in the drama, and then you are also very aware of your part, that I, the soul who is sitting in front of Baba and listening to Baba's knowledge, I'm the one who has been through the whole cycle. So you know your whole imperishable part. Yes, and the most important imperishable part in our drama is that every cycle I will meet Baba. Yes, so at least, you don't know what you will become in Satyug right now, but at least from knowledge, you know that you will go to Satyug. But you know this much, and you are seeing it, practically living that part, that every cycle I will belong to Baba. And this is my imperishable part. Nobody can change it. Every cycle, this is my part. I always tell, the sisters and brothers I live with, I say, I don't know what I will become, but I know what I have become. And that is also a reason of a lot of happiness. So, at least I know this much, that every cycle I will start as a Shudra and become a Brahmin. So, where I have seen this journey that Baba has, adopted me and made me this worthy, pure child of his. And this much is also, when you stay in the intoxication of this imperishable part also, it's not a small thing that every cycle, it is my part that I will belong to Baba. Yes, and then Baba will give me his inheritance, and I will have the buddhi to, take it, or I will have the fortune to accept Baba's inheritance. So this is also a very big thing. So Baba says that always stay in the intoxication of that which is imperishable. And so let's take the three imperishable aspects of existence: the soul, Baba, and drama. And today Baba says that you have to churn on knowledge so that you digest it and it becomes power. Yes, so you see, how do you realize the soul? How do you experience the soul? The only method to experience the imperishables is through churning. There is no other method. So when you focus your buddhi on what Baba says and you start churning on Baba's knowledge, then you realize that which the two eyes can't see. So Baba makes us Trinetri. Baba makes us the one who has the third eye of knowledge. So Baba makes us somebody who can see that which the two eyes can't see, experience that which the two eyes can't experience. Whether it is the soul, whether it is Baba, whether it is the three worlds, or whether it is the past, present, and future. So we can't see this with these two eyes. Can you see the soul world with these two eyes? Or can you see the subtle region? Or can you see Satyug right now? No, it's in the past, or it will be in the future. So the only method to experience all of these things is by churning on them. So Baba, and when is the time to experience all this? Now. Yes, so the only time when we can experience the three worlds, Baba, the soul, or the past, present, and future of the drama is now. And the only method to do it is through churning. Do you realize that? So, Baba today points out one very important thing, that there are the three floors. Okay, Baba refers to the soul world as the first floor, the subtle region as the second floor, and the corporeal world as the third floor. And Baba says these are the three floors. And the interesting thing is, when you are in the soul world, you will not experience the soul world. Will you experience the soul world in the soul world? How many think that we will experience the soul world in the soul world? Can you experience the soul world when you are in the soul world? No. No, because the soul is beyond experience at that time. The soul is in a state of, is in a state where the mind and intellect are not functioning. So we call that the seed stage. So just like, a seed has a plant, inside it. But then if that seed is not sown into earth, that you can't see the plant. So it's there. So similarly, the mind, intellect, and sanskar, they become active when the soul comes and plays its part on this, stage, called the stage of the world drama. But when the soul is in the soul world, the soul is not capable of using its mind, intellect, and it doesn't experience anything. And just imagine, if the soul could experience everything in the soul world, then it would experience peace, and that would be very valuable. Then why would you want to come here and play your part? So the reason Baba says that moksha, or not coming onto the stage or becoming free from the cycle of birth and death, is not a good idea, because you when you stay in the soul world, you don't experience anything. That world is a, so let me explain to you, that world is described as the world beyond time and beyond experience. Because where there is no thought, there is no concept of time. Time and thought are related. Yes, this science proves, and the theory of relativity is based on this connection, that time and thought are related. So where there is no thought, no experience, the mind is inactive, there is no time, there is no concept of time. And the closest example you could have in this world of knowing how no time, no thought works is when you are in deep sleep. So when you are in deep sleep, there is no thought. When you are dreaming, there is thought. So when you are dreaming and you wake up, you have an awareness of time, that I have been sleeping for very long. But when you are in deep sleep and you wake up, you feel like I slept just now and I woke up just now and 4 hours have passed. And that is because where there is no thought, there is no experience of time. And Baba gives us the knowledge that in the first floor, in the soul world, so you see, the soul world, the subtle world, and this world are very different. So in the soul world, there is no time, no thought, and there is the soul in that inert state where the soul doesn't create any thought, any experience. And Baba says, you stay in that world, and that is called a world of absolute peace. Because there is no, but absolute peace doesn't mean you feel peace, no. You are still silent and just there. You're not feeling anything. And you are just in your being state. So Baba says, in that state of being, you reside there. And Baba says, in that home, you live with Baba. But do you meet Baba there? You don't meet Baba there. Yes, otherwise, if the soul experienced meeting Baba in the soul world, then it would cry coming down. But the soul doesn't meet Baba in the soul world, because the soul is not capable of, experiencing anything in the soul world. So, Baba says that this is precisely the soul world. And how do you experience, how do you get it, what the soul world is like, or what the past, present, and future is like, or what the soul is like? You only get that, get that knowledge as a form of knowing or experience when you churn over it. And every point of knowledge, when Baba says that churn on the point of knowledge and get power. So today Baba says that when you churn on knowledge, then you digest knowledge, and then it becomes power. So in that saying, Baba is pointing out or giving an analogy with a very day-to-day activity where you eat food and you digest it and it becomes physical power, right? Have you seen people who have gut issues and can't digest food? Yes, then what happens? Even if they eat a lot, no physical strength. I know there's one person, and then whatever they eat, even if the 3 meals are very properly, balanced and everything, still that person will not gain any power or weight or anything. Not just weight, but internal strength also is not there because there are gut issues. And Baba says that food will become power only when you digest it. Yes, now physically digesting is a very natural process until and unless, there are some health issues or something. But when Baba gives this food of knowledge, every soul has to make the effort to digest it. Yes, and where there are two methods through which you gain power, or maybe more also, but right now we will discuss two. So first is when Baba gives the knowledge of the truths of the world, the three worlds, the three aspects of time, the cycle, the soul, Baba, you have to churn on it in order to create a powerful stage. And when Baba gives directions about what to do, dharana, the points which you have to imbibe in your life, when Baba gives us directions about how to think, what attitude to have, how to see everybody, see virtues, don't see defects, or these directions regarding inculcating virtues, whatever directions Baba gives, when you put them into practice, you get power. Okay, and then the third method through which you get power is through yoga. So when you remember Baba, so that's also a source of power. So when the soul has to shift from a weak to a powerful state, and what is the sign of a powerful soul? Yes, how do you say I'm powerful? Anybody wants to answer that? What is the sign of a powerful soul? Please unmute and share. Yes.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
I think being knowledgeable is being powerful.
No, you may know something, but today Baba says, your knowing, your speaking, your attitude, your vision have to be in alignment. So,
when it comes into actions also.
So what is the sign of a powerful soul?
Om Shanti Didi.
Om Shanti.
Unaffected from everything here.
Okay.
And
okay. So okay. Anybody else wants to speak? Yes.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
But I feel when we have a powerful stage, we will have a powerful stage. So we are able to stable in any situation, whether upheaval or whatever comes, we are able to stick on. Yeah.
Okay. So if there is no upheaval, then everybody is powerful, right? So, okay, fine. Anything else?
being
Om Shanti. Yes, men, come in, please. Hanji.
I think it's having the unshakable and immovable stage at all times is a sign of power. And maintaining your awareness of soul consciousness can also be a state of power.
A state of power. Anybody else wants to give any different answer? No, that's all. So, note this. The sign of a powerful soul is you follow Srimat under all circumstances. You see, Baba has come to create our fortune. And do you know that our fortune will be created for 21 births of imperishable fortune, just by following certain things, very easy Srimad Baba gives. Wake up in the morning, remember Baba, be a karma yogi, have a pure lifestyle, or, entrust your body, mind and wealth in seva. It's not a big deal. But we are not able to do any of this. 10%, 20%, fine, but not more than that. Why? Because lack of power. And you need to, and when there is no power, then, sometimes we think that lack of power means you do what you're not supposed to do. Okay? So when you're not powerful, so whenever there is a circumstance, then you end up doing what you're not supposed to do. But the more important thing is doing what you're supposed to do. And Baba tells you what to do. And you need great power for that. Because there is a lot of resistance in this world of Maya. You see, everybody is getting up at 6, 7, 8, whatever. But getting up at 4, why is it so difficult? It's just another time you are choosing to get up. But why is it becoming so difficult? In this world of Maya, doing anything according to Srimad is met with a lot of resistance. And you need a lot of power to overcome that resistance. And Baba says that power will come when you remember me, when you churn on knowledge, and when you follow my directions and imbibe virtues. So when you become knowledgeful by churning the knowledge, when you become virtuous by imbibing virtues, and when you become powerful by, pulling the powers from Baba in yoga. So that is how you become powerful. And so Baba today says, churn on these points. And Baba says that staying in the intoxication of the imperishable will also happen when you churn on the knowledge of the imperishable, because the imperishables can't be experienced just like that. So do you sit and churn on how wonderful a star you are? Yes, it's not like, you heard for the first time that I am a soul. Maybe, earlier you thought you have a soul. But now you are a soul. But then, what is a soul? A soul is so amazing. The most subtle star, the word Atma comes, so the word atom comes from the word Atma. So just like, in the physical realm, atom is the smallest unit. So Baba says, atom is also physical, but soul is subtler than that. It is, not even, so soul is not like a star that you visualize. Soul is very subtle. And you have to make your intellect delve into this point of knowledge and feel how subtle you are. And in that subtleness, you are so, what are you made of? You're made of peace, you're made of purity. That is you. Nobody can separate you from you. Yes, it's just that layers and layers of body consciousness have now, settled on the soul. But otherwise, you are pure light. You're made of knowledge. What is the light of the soul? The light of 7 virtues is the light of the soul. Yes, soul is not made of physical light. Soul is made of peace, purity, knowledge, love, bliss, power, and joy. So this is the energy of the soul. And when you churn on this and delve into the depth of what you are, what you're made of, and how subtle you are, then you start experiencing the joy of being yourself. the power of being yourself. And then nobody can kill you. You are imperishable. Yes, you have your whole part recorded inside you. Nobody can change your part. Yes, somebody can steal your kidney, but they cannot steal your part. And one time I remember there was a doctor and he was taking the course and he said, it's very nice that, the soul is imperishable, because otherwise the human being, or, you can't touch the soul, or it is beyond physical approach. So otherwise human beings would have altered the whole chemistry of the soul also. So you see that nobody can do anything to you. They cannot take away your part. They cannot take away the truth that you are imperishable. They cannot take away your worth, because your worth is in your essence. You are worthy. You are not worthy because of the part you play here. You are worthy essentially. So Baba says, just churn that point of knowledge, churn on that which is imperishable. Because you see, if you churn on, so I have a lot of problem with this concept of count your blessings as understood in the world. Because as understood in the world, people, when they say count your blessings, they are saying count whatever perishables you have. Churn on them. So keep thinking, I have 2 flats and 1 car and 5 members in the family and a healthy body. But if you churn on that, what does it give you? A sense of insecurity. Because you know that I have it and tomorrow I may not have it. Because that is a changeable thing, that is a perishable thing. So Baba says, never have the intoxication of that which is perishable, because that intoxication is not intoxication. It will also have insecurity along with it. And you can never count your physical blessings and not get worried about losing them. It never works like that. So, that is why, we say, I'm very blessed. And then you say, oh my God, I shouldn't be bragging too much about it or I'll lose it. Why? Because that's the way counting your perishable attainment works. So Baba says, stay in the intoxication of the imperishable. So just the soul, just thinking about who you are will fill you with so much of happiness and so much of zeal. And then Baba says, think about me and think about, and we are the only children who churn on the knowledge given by Baba and experience Baba. So just think about Baba. Baba is as subtle a point of light as me, and then he's the ocean. Ocean of peace, ocean of love, the one who will every cycle come and adopt you and take you back. So think about your relationship with Baba. Think about Baba, as an entity, how wonderful. And then think about this relationship with Baba, that I'm Baba's child. And every cycle, Baba comes and adopts me and gives me inheritance. And how much of intoxication you will have when you think about Baba as your father, teacher, Satguru, and the fact that Baba is the ocean. You can take as much from Baba as you want. Yes, so Baba will fill you until you get filled. Human beings will give up on you. So, human beings also give love, peace, but until you fall into the trap. And then they say, now you give me love, you give me peace. But Baba is somebody who gives endlessly. And just churn on this imperishable and, churn on how wonderful Baba is, that Baba never comes into the cycle of birth and death. Baba is the purifier. Every cycle, Baba comes at the end, takes a body and then purifies the whole world. Just imagine, a tiny star Baba is, and then Baba purifies the whole world. Yes, so Baba has that purity that Baba can purify the whole world. And when you churn on this, you get it. And that getting it will make you fill with intoxication. And then Baba says, churn on your part in the whole drama. That, I am the one who will become a deity every cycle. I am the one who will belong to Baba every cycle. And this is my part, my imperishable part. Nobody can take it away from me. Yes? Somebody can defame you. Somebody can, hurt you, or try to hurt you, not hurt you. Or somebody can, take away your credit from you. Or somebody can, create obstacles for you. But they can never change the fact that you will still go to heaven. You will still go and rule there. Yes, and in bhakti, I used to always think about this thing. My Lokik father used to say that nobody can take away your fortune. And I used to always tell him, so, whenever I used to get upset about something, he would say, child, anybody can take anything, but they can't take away your fortune. And I used to say, I don't know my fortune. So I don't care anybody takes away or not takes away. I don't know my fortune. What are you talking about? They took away what I had. So then my father used to be quiet because he also didn't know the fortune. But now I know the fortune. And I know that nobody can take away that from me. So then there is no sense of loss when you're filled with this kind of intoxication. So Baba says, churn on the points of knowledge, create power, and then be, Baba says, then be constantly happy and constantly intoxicated with the truth that who has come and who is teaching you and who do you belong to and what inheritance he is giving you. Okay, Om Shanti. Anybody wants to share anything, please do.
Om Shanti.
Sorry.
Om Shanti.
Sorry, Gauri. Okay. One thing more, I realized that living in this world of 5 elements of nature in gravity, coming out of that frequency is also a big power which Baba gives us.
Yes.
And in this way we can remain very stable and powerful.
Right.
This one thing I like very much.
Correct. And again, what do you do staying powerful? Again, follow Srimad. Yes, so how do you know that you're not being pulled? The only proof is that you follow Srimad. Yes, okay. Om Shanti. Yes, men, come in.
I actually have a question because I have a Christian background, so I don't sometimes understand everything very clearly. But I'd like to know a little bit about the significance of the subtle region because it has been a little challenging for me to grasp.
Yes. So the subtle region, of course, I'll give a class sometime later so that, it's a full class. But the subtle region, today we will focus on this one thing, that this corporeal world is where you think, act and experience. Okay. And in this in the incorporeal world, there is no thought, no experience. In the subtle region, there is thought, but no word, no act. Okay. And you are in your body of light. Okay. So you have a body of light and there is thought, and the communication happens with thought. So everybody is in a body of light in the subtle region, and you are communicating with thought. There is no words, there is no exchange of words, there is no act happening in the subtle region. And the subtle region is also a place where you see things. Baba makes you see things in the subtle region. So it's a place for experiencing visions and a place for exchanging thoughts. So precisely when you meditate and you go to the subtle region, in your meditation, of course you don't go anywhere, but you're visualizing the subtle region, then the easiest method is to see Angel Baba. Yes, Baba in the body of light. Because there are others also in the body of light, but of course you don't want to you don't want to interact with them, you want to interact with Baba. So Baba is there in the body of light, and through Baba's eyes, through Baba's drishti. So Shiv Baba and Brahma Baba is sitting in this body of light together here, and then through Baba's drishti you are receiving messages. And whatever is in your heart also, you're speaking through your drishti. That's the exchange that's happening. And then Baba holds your hand and Baba makes you see things in the subtle region. Yes, Baba will sometimes show you a very beautiful pond where there are lotus, and that pond is not dirty, it's clean. And then the lotus are very diamond-like, shining or anything. And Baba will also through thoughts communicate what is the significance of the scene, or tell you or show you some. So I will tell you one. So have you read there is a book of the messages that Gulzar Dadiji received in the subtle region? It is called a book of Sandesh. So if you read that book, you will get an idea of what happens in the subtle region. And then when you get that idea, you churn on it. And when you go to the subtle region, with your power of the intellect, you try to create experiences there. Then slowly, gradually, your frequency gets aligned with the subtle region and you start experiencing without thinking. So, first you have to think and experience, just like, when Baba gives the knowledge of the soul, you think, okay, what has Baba said? And then you experience the soul. And then slowly, gradually, you start experiencing even those things which you have not heard about the soul. So you start getting it. That soul starts revealing itself to you. Similarly, when you start focusing on the subtle region, when you start going to the subtle region by thinking that, it is this kind of a world where there is exchange through thought and there is no word, there is no act. And then in this world, Baba will take me and show me some visions. You go there, you try. And then when your frequency gets aligned, you start experiencing what happens in the subtle region. Okay, so try this, and then sometime I will also try to take up some experiences from that book and try to narrate them to you so that you understand what experiences Dadi related after coming from the subtle region. Okay, so you get an idea about what happens there. Okay, Om Shanti.
Didi, you were saying that 6:50 there will be a quiz.
Not 6:50 in the morning. It is India time 11:50 in the morning, India time 5:20 in the evening, and India time 7:20 in the evening. These are the 3 timings of quiz. Okay?
Oh, okay. If you can post in that also, I will convert into my timing better. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Om Shanti.